Hello, my sweet summer children. I'm back with the juice to get you through the long night. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. So, we got a Game of Thrones Season 8 teaser, and the internet went nuts.
Winterfell is yours, your grace.
This is the same scene from that first little teeny tiny teaser we got a while back, where Jon walks up and he hugs Sansa, and Sansa's looking at someone behind him. So depending on which direction she's either looking at Brienne or Daenerys, or maybe it's Arya somewhere back there. I actually think that she's looking at Daenerys, and I don't like that look. But let's talk about what's going on and what we can expect based on this footage. So this footage, in my opinion, is likely from the end of the very first episode of Game of Thrones Season 8. So Sansa is expecting the arrival of both Jon and Daenerys. And Sansa says, "Winterfell is yours, your grace." Ned Stark says the same thing to King Robert in the very first episode of Game of Thrones when he arrives to Winterfell.
Guarding the north for you, your grace. Winterfell is yours.
It basically means that the hospitality of Winterfell is yours. It doesn't mean like take Winterfell and give it to your cousin or anything like that. It just means like we're here for you. Winterfell is here for you. Come in, enjoy our salt and bread. You have guessed right. Winterfell is yours to stay in as long as you like. With that said, Sansa seems to be standing in the same area the Starks stood in when Robert Baratheon came to the north. This door behind Daenerys looks to be the same door behind Joffrey in Season 1, Episode 1, when the Lannisters came to Winterfell. So like I said, we know that Sansa will be expecting Jon and Daenerys. Bran already knows that they are coming.
He's on his way back to Winterfell with Daenerys Targaryen.
So Sansa will be preparing to meet them. She will be in the process of getting Winterfell ready for their arrival. Bran will likely tell her when they are close. Although this time, he won't be climbing the castle walls to do it. He will be seeing it like how he saw Arya at the crossroads. Green site. So this meetup in the yard of Winterfell is going to be a big scene. It is going to be a massive scene with a lot of the cast. Jorah, Brienne, Jon, Daenerys, and Sansa are confirmed to be there. We can see that they are there. But Grey Worm, Missandei, Varys, Tyrion, Arya, and Bran, the leader of the Dothraki, will also be there. Sam and Gilly will also be there. This scene is going to be very reminiscent of Episode 1, Season 1, when Robert Baratheon arrives at Winterfell. You're going to see Unsullied and Dothraki coming into Winterfell with cool music, like when we saw the Hound and the Kingsguard and the Lannisters come into Winterfell in Season 1. There will be this whole procession, and then Daenerys and Jon will enter last. Jon will walk over to his family first, and then Daenerys will come over. This is going to be the scene where Jon and Arya, and Jon and Bran, and Jon and Sam reunite. But one major thing that is going to set this scene apart from Season 1, Episode 1 is dragons. Dragons will likely be circling Winterfell. I cannot fucking wait for this shit. Do you hear me? Ghost is going to be in the yard greeting Jon. I hope Ghost is just sitting next to Arya like, what's good? Hashtag free Ghost. So let's talk about the real tea. How quickly does Bran tell Jon the wall has been breached and the White Walkers are on the move? Does he know already? Like, does he just tell Jon and Daenerys about Viserion? The text has shown that dragons can sense other dragons, so I wonder if Drogon and Rhaegal start acting a little crazy. Like in Fire and Blood and The Princess and the Queen, when another dragon is in the area, the other dragons can sense it, and they go crazy and make noises and they roar and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the dragons just start acting unusual, and then Bran has to hurry up and break the news. It could be that Bran has already sent them a raven and they know already. It might be hard to send a raven to a moving ship, but then again, Bran can warg the ravens, and that would make it a lot more simple because Bran is a warg and he can just warg the raven and fly to the ship. But that's not even the real tea. Who am I kidding? The real tea is Sansa. Sansa looks shady as hell. Maybe I'm just seeing shade and it's really not shade, but I think it's shade because I think Sansa's shady. I don't know. But it seems like Sansa would rather be anywhere in the world than standing in front of Daenerys Targaryen. offering her the hospitality of Winterfell. I mean, it's written all on her face. Now, I know a lot of you think I'm a Sansa hater. Look, maybe I am. I don't know. I just call a spade, so hear me out. The last time a queen came to Winterfell, how did the Starks fare? I mean, yes, Daenerys and Jon are cool and they're friends, even more than friends. He's had the dragon cooch, he's bent the knee, so Sansa should feel safe, right? But it's very likely that she doesn't feel safe. She shouldn't feel safe. Robert Baratheon was her father's best friend. Robert and Ned were raised together as wards to Jon Arryn in the Eyrie. They were raised as brothers. Did that keep her safe? Did that keep her father safe? Did it keep her brother safe? Did it keep her sister safe? No, it didn't. So Sansa is likely fearful of Daenerys and her entire crew. Sansa also feels like she won Winterfell. Winterfell is hers, not Jon's. Sansa is technically the eldest living child of Eddard Stark and Catelyn Stark, so technically Winterfell is hers. Like on birthright, Sansa, Winterfell is Sansa's. And she went through hell and back to get Winterfell back. She endured Joffrey, Ramsay, rape, torture, abuse, lost family members, and she got Winterfell back. And for Jon, just to bend the knee to this dragon queen after all they went through to get their home back, she's probably a little uneasy and she's scared, and scared people do stupid shit. You also have to realize we're going to have people like Jan Royce in Sansa's ear spewing his Mad King anti-Targaryen nonsense. Sansa herself remembers the tales she heard about the Mad King. He did kill her grandfather and uncle. And likely everything Sansa has heard up until this point about Daenerys has been bad, because everything that's been spreading around Westeros is bad shit that Daenerys has done, like burning people alive, for example. So Sansa's view on Daenerys Targaryen is likely not a good one. And the Northern Lords are probably going to be shitty because Jon has bent the knee and handed over the crown that they gave him, or the title they named him. And the North wants their liberation and freedom from Southern rulers. Also, another big part is, once the Night King is dealt with, the North would be expected to send men to fight Cersei and Euron for Daenerys. And the North has already lost a lot of men in the War of Five Kings and the Battle for Winterfell. They're likely going to lose a lot of men in the War for Dawn, so they might not be enthusiastic about more war. So Sansa looks salty. Brienne looks salty. This could be nervousness. It could be uneasiness. I think it's fear and general dislike of the situation. I have said on numerous occasions that I believe Sansa is going to betray her family. I could be wrong. Like on this, I actually hope I am wrong. But let's look at who Sansa is. People in the story seem to take on personality traits of the people who have molded them, raised them, shaped them, the people they have spent the most time with. Jon is a lot like his mentors. He's a soldier, like Commander Mormont, Benjen, Mance Rayder, the Half Hand, Stannis. Arya is a killer, but look who molded her. The Hound, the Brotherhood Without Banners, Jack and Hagar, Syrio. Well, what is Sansa? Who molded her? Who did she spend a lot of time with? Cersei, Littlefinger, Lysa, Ramsay Bolton?
You can't kill me. I'm part of you now.
These are the people that Sansa spent most of her time with in the story present. These are the people that she has learned from. Littlefinger and Cersei above all.
If you're her enemy, she'll never stop until she's destroyed you. Everyone who's ever crossed her, she's found a way to murder.
You almost sound as if you admire her.
I learned a great deal from her.
Yes, Sansa isn't the stupid, silly girl she was years ago, but she is focused on her survival. And if she feels that her survival is in jeopardy fucking with Daenerys, she will cut her throat in an instant. Like, not literally cut her throat. Come on, we are talking about Sansa. But she would undermine both Jon and Daenerys to get whatever outcome she wants. Now, what does Sansa want? I think it's clear. I think she wants safety and she wants Winterfell. And I think those two in her mind go hand in hand. And if she plays her cards right, she will end up with Winterfell. But if she starts doing underhanded shit, which I think she may do, I mean, Daenerys is showing up with a lot of people whom were in Joffrey's court. The Spider, Tyrion, Jaime Lannister is likely showing up. All of this is red flags for Sansa. She may start out working against Daenerys while outwardly showing her all the courtesy that she should because Cersei trained her well. Maybe Bran will intervene like he did with Arya. I think Arya will like Daenerys. I think Brienne should like Daenerys just because she flamed Randall Tarly, and Randall Tarly was always a dick to Brienne in the books. I kind of wondered how Sam will feel about Daenerys killing his father and brother on the field of fire. In all honesty though, I don't really know what Sansa could do other than leaving Winterfell and going to the Eyrie, dividing the North, or possibly informing on Jon and Daenerys to Cersei, or maybe just sowing division between Jon and Daenerys and trying to get them to turn on each other. But Sansa shouldn't get comfortable conniving because Bran is up in there with CCTV on everything, but maybe he'll just be too busy to worry with it. We are going to see. I see betrayal written all over her face, but maybe that's what we're supposed to think, and she'll surprise us all. I hope that she does. But what do you think? What do you think of our first real look at season 8? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone that supports me on Patreon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and join the Sweet Summer family. Okay, my sweet summer children, have a good day.